We are back here with Gentleman versus AstatineEffect. This time in Group Dancer here. Do you want to talk about Group Dancer a bit yet?
Uh, sure. From my perspective, Group Dancer is full of really strong players this time around. Not that there's been a Group Dancer before. It just really seems to be a very strong set of players near the top level, possibly the top contenders for Winter Cup. I haven't looked at the list, but it is a very strong set of names.
hmm And I think this set is also this group rather is rather particularly interesting because it's not exactly clear who will be the one left behind because the top four make it out, and I think in my opinion there's sort of a gap like Wrestler and Assatine both in Asatine, sorry in SMC, and Gentleman Huff Lavenduke around the same level. So very interesting matchup here. And this matchup in particular, Assassine versus Gentleman, I would think is sort of a bit of an underdog story here. Assassine Effect, second place in SMC, only losing out to Rob in the finals. Gentleman also in SMC, but unfortunately knocked out in the bracket stage. So bit of a tough matchup here for Gentleman.
Absolutely. But you know what they say: pressure makes diamonds.
For sure. All right. Yep. Moving on
Yeah.
to the picks and vans. Gentleman picks video games are better than books, and Assassine picks Frozen Laser. Now, first time Frozen Laser is seen today, and in general, I think I'm surprised by how little Frozen Laser is picked. It seems like video games are better than books, or you already bugged seem to be the more popular options. But I I think, and Assassine Effect agrees with me, that Frozen Laser seems like the most comfortable out of the whole bunch, the most standard setups, quote unquote standard spy party. The 4 of 8s and 3 of 5 terrorists are very comfortable for the sniper here.
I would agree. I know personally, I've been picking video games are greater than books because it's a little bit of a non-standard setup, which I think makes my opponents a little bit less comfortable in uh, the behind the rifle, and I feel that I'm pretty much not matched evenly. I'm just worse than everyone I play against, and so I just want every advantage I can. So I just try and make them uncomfortable. Because if we're both going to be uncomfortable, maybe I play slightly worse, but them playing slightly worse means I can get away with it a little bit more.
Sure, yeah, it's a decent strategy here. As the bans are balcony and high rise 4 of 8. Gentleman banning balcony is is interesting because I would have figured that SC would try to ban balcony, but oh, so you're saying you banned first?
Yeah, no. It was it was me banning first, I guess. Or was it? I don't
All
know. But Acetyn
right.
bans balcony for sure. I just
Oh,
didn't know.
Astin banned balcony. Okay, so Astin did ban balcony, and you banned high rise 4 of 8.
Yes.
Alright. Yeah, high rise 4 of 8. Bit of a tougher high rise variant, I would say, for the spy here. So if we are leaning into that, like try to disorient the opponent, it makes sense to ban that. And so we have pub, modern, terrace, 3 of 7, gallery, courtyard, terrace, 3 of 5.
Two terraces this time around.
Last time 2 pubs, this time 2 terraces. Both small maps, but I think sort of playing differently. Pub is about the statues, soft finish. Terrace is maybe about the you think of terrace, you think of the Purloin 50/50s. So even though they are two free of X venues, different flavors, if you will.
Absolutely, I'm really interested to see how they play out differently. All right,
Yeah.
with that, let's get into the match. We'll be starting on pub. Gentleman as Kane, I believe. In three, two, one, planet. Instantly just entering into a conversation circle by ourselves and just hanging out. We're joined by an SDA. Start talking, and now we take control from the AI.
Mhm. taking control once we realize we're sort of stuck here, deciding to leave instantly, head to our ST.
Amba joins us, or almost joins us, and then
Almost, yeah.
decides to bounce off.
We
Uh,
didn't get the flirt here, just a note. Our ST left before we could do that.
and we are now just here talking in this innocent conversation. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock. We probably need to get a move on here. We've
Banana
wasted
bread.
quite a bit of time. Fake contact coming off, so maybe swapping over to a frame game, given our lack of progress.
Yeah, also just a good play in general. Only two people are out. Your conversation only has one person, so very unlikely that you're credited with a contact here.
Walking over to the actual DA and our ST and taking a flirt there. 34%. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a suspected double agent.
Banana bread.
Hmm. Oh,
And we
unfortunately,
cough, and that is unfortunately just death for us.
yeah, red does happen. Uh, it's you just gotta move on from that
Banana
game.
bread.
But I think, yeah, not poorly played by gentlemen. Two fakes there to try to make up our lack of progress. Unfortunately, hit the red on the second one.
I would imagine it's just a case of the green being right on the edge there.
Yeah, as it usually is. We'll see if Aston can pick up the 3 of 5. Playing here as Duke in 3, 2, 1, play.
Immediately walking to the windows and adding time. Very similar for starting pub games here.
Yeah, Dotkish last game doing the exact same thing after Skarny timed out. Maybe Gentleman would have did a timeout. We never know. But yeah, starting off the same with the green timer here on the 3 of 5 variant. So we already had plenty of time. Now we have tons of time. But we do pick up a highlight for it. Maybe Gentleman notices, has caught it, and we are now one of only two highlights.
Joining our ST at Windows for a quick 34% flirt before we head to the bar. I would imagine we're just gonna grab a delegate to the purloin. We haven't been in any conversations recently to justify instantly taking it.
Yeah, speaking of Furline, this time it is enabled. We see the more typical setup I was talking about, swap and fingerprint disabled. But yeah, we decided not to go for it. Um, Instead, deciding to join our SC here.
Picking up another flirt for 85%. Now we can flirt from any point in a conversation, but we will need one more.
Yeah, looking at Gentleman's Laser here, just safetied off on that lamppost, I think. Does not like that talk, instant talk at all. From one of our highlights, suspected for timeout, I imagine. Just waiting for any reason to take the shot.
Just kind of idling here in this conversation, maybe hoping to timer flirt here.
Yeah, would seem to be the case.
The ambassador joining us here, we might go for a bug. I'm not sure how focused in we are. It would be very visible.
Yeah,
Finishing up seduce here.
if anyone were to go for this crazy bug, it would Astine. But I think this bug is even too crazy. We have the perfect angle to watch for it, even rotating to the left even more, just to tell the spy you can't go for this.
So even with our time ad, we're still 1 minute and 40 seconds left, and only one mission to show for it. We're starting to run into problems here. If I'm Astatine, I'm getting a little worried.
Yeah. It's looking. Oh, safety off again. It's looking tough. But we always have that inspect contact finish, which should only take like around 30 seconds. But obviously, I don't think we're gonna get there with the laser being what it is.
I would have to agree, especially how
Banana
patient
bread.
we're being with all of the other possible finishes. Safety off and a shot taken out of Astatine after a contact. So,
Yeah, contact and shot there. So I did want to see if the highlight was for time ad because yes, so Boots was the other highlight and Boots was the other window visitor. So Gentleman almost certainly caught this time ad, had it down to two essentially. Maybe just hedging his bets here, not low letting everyone else, and just took the shot.
so a very well done shot for Gent. And I think, honestly, it was a good game plan from Astatine. But he might have been better served to not time ad at all and just put together an actual game plan. It really felt like the time ad is what lost him the game.
Yeah, well, yeah, you could say that, but especially given the 3 minutes 30 you already have, it could be argued that the time out there was unnecessary. But then again, very few people would actually catch that thing, so it was also a good catch by Gentleman to
Oh,
punish him for that.
absolutely.
So now moving on to the next venue, Modern. Modern, far more standard than pub, I would say. 4 of 8, Cyber can just play their game. We'll see if Gentleman can break through as Red Dress in 3, 2, 1, play.
Just an instant beeline for statues. Uh, Probably just inspects, but we might also try for an early game swamp, just hoping that they haven't been memorized yet. We pick up a highlight for our inspects, and it looks like it will just be the inspects. We finish those up and head back into the party. Looks like bar is our next destination.
Yeah. As seen
Now,
really living up to that frozen laser namesake, not moving his camera an inch as he surveys the party.
waiting patiently for our turn for a drink, and it will net us a difficult fingerprint if we hit it. Heading off from the bar into an innocent conversation, and we are able to get that difficult print.
Nice. Yeah, that's always good to see. Opens up a ton of doors, especially on Modern, where it's maybe usually hard for the spies to sneak one past. But if we have that hidden fingerprint, suddenly we just need one more mission to sneak past.
Can also be a little bit deceiving because there were so many people at the bar right there, and then as we took our difficult print, I believe Irish took the case full, so there might have been just enough visual distraction that that's not as noticed or credited.
Mhm.
Spending a lot of time idling though.
Well, yeah, I don't think there's much you can do here, unfortunately. DA out of conversation, ST out of conversation. We don't want to purloin this early, maybe get too much suspicion on us, I'm thinking, so we let that expire as well. So even though we are idling, I don't think there's much Gentleman can be doing here.
That's fair. Um, Looks like we're heading in to finish up our inspects.
Okay, so it's time to break that idle streak, finish up the
We
mission here.
gulp our drink and play test the first inspect. Do we go for a swap? It does not look like it.
Yeah, I don't think so. When you've hit that print, you don't want to squander that opportunity. I think just best to go for a soft toe finisher with the second print.
Looks like we're setting up to pick up a print off of Blue Books, or not, as we bail out of that conversation and head to pick up contact, possibly.
I think
Banana
we are
bread.
still eyeing up those blue books, but we just want to, in the meantime, wait for Ambassador and Alice to leave before we go for it. We go for this contact. Um, I don't think not a bad one. Uh, as we do go for that books, trying to finish up the prints.
And we don't manage to get the difficult print, but we do get shot for trying.
Yeah, nice shot by Astine, but I think a nice game plan. Just I think the activity at the end there going in for the contact, white contact, then leaving right after the prince. Um, maybe got us killed there, especially with maybe Astine having that first sprint as well. So not a bad try by gentleman, but a good shot by Astine.
And so with that, we go 2-1 in Astatine's favor.
Yeah, but now
Uh,
Astine has to spy on Modern with Bling Twin. Starting in 3, 2, 1, Bling. Oh, we see Astine go for the classic uh, flirt cancel, netting us a green flirt. And oh, the instant Perlin, I love it. Very rarely seen because usually it's going to be instantly noticed. But with this crowd at bar here, very hard to see exactly that the list is taken. And we gulp and we off request again. So maybe we're trying to double fool gentleman here. First with the Perlin take, and then second, if gentleman notices that we're being offered to while the Perlin's already gone, he may think that we can't have done it. But it
I'm
looks like,
also not certain it's been seen yet.
yeah, as I was saying, it looks like gentleman has noticed neither of those things. Um, so our little gambit there did not yield us any gain, but we still have just the free Perlin, it looks like. Now we're zooming in on the list. Gentleman definitely has not seen it beforehand. Gentleman's sort of frozen in shock, it looks like. Laser to the ground, to the ceiling. Uh, does not know who could have been, potentially, as we go for the bug in Gentleman's face in the midst of that chaos. I mentioned before in pub, if anyone were to go for that bug, it would be Astine, and indeed he does go for it. Here, while Gentleman was noticeably panicked, maybe that laser play played into Astine's decision there. And now we have suddenly 3 missions done, and this is the fourth.
Banana bread.
Double agent contacted in mission win countdown with 2 minutes 30 left. Gentlemen
And
taking low lights, there's just no chance for a shot here. Wow, that's a really nice rush game here, taking perfect advantage of the early cheese. We in the midst of that cheese, as it was being noticed, we go for another mission. The two flirt certainly helps, getting the seduce right out of the way. And finally, the contact at 2 minutes 30. It's a very hard to ask here for the sniper to shoot someone with so much time left. So I think a really well played game by Assatine here, just a textbook rush.
absolutely, that was I was watching on the Twitch channel, and it was beautiful.
For sure. And now Astin actually sweeping Modern is up 3-2-1 as he headed to Terrace 3 of 7. Gentleman as boots in 3, 2, 1, play.
Taking control from the AI fairly early so that we can chase down our ST to this far set of windows. We get
And we
a
go for the watch check.
51% flirt.
Yeah, this is a small thing, but I like going for that watch check because you can't actually flirt in the middle of a watch check. So the the suspicion of going right next to someone at that small window pad maybe offset a bit because we're thinking if we're watch checking, there's no way that's a flirt. But we do pick up a highlight for bar, as does Twin.
And we head back in. Looks like we're going to be heading across from our ST, a little bit further away, trying to ease suspicions that we're flirting as we send off Salmon to
We do go
grab
for
the
the delegate.
Perlin.
There is a bit of a running joke that delegating against Astine is a bit of a death sentence. He seems to catch those eerily well. We'll see if that's the case. As we go for a fake
Banana
contact,
bread.
knocking Salmon out, but netting every other bar visitor real. So trying to induce a civ shot. And the double agent comes to us. Oh no!
And the double agent gets shot.
Oh no, looks like Astin did indeed have that one perfectly, lining up the shot to shoot us, but Double Agent Red Dress's hair just saves the day for us as we were going for that contact. just, I mean, Astine known for these quick kind of shots, but just completely biting him
Oh
in
yeah,
this time
that
around.
so confident on the shot and just
Oh
accidentally.
no,
Oh,
you hate to see it. To have the party perfectly scouted and yet lose the game. Lucky break for gentleman, who maybe can use this to tie up the series as he heads into the sniper position of Terrace 307 with Astine spying as sick in 3, 2, 1, play.
and to what you were saying, it would seem that prolonging against Astatine is a death sentence unless he shoots the DA.
Yeah, I mean, just have him shoot the Civ instead. Can't be that hard. As we already have Astine highlights
For
for.
existing, it would seem.
Yes, it would seem indeed. Not exactly sure what it was for.
Going for a fingerprint and paste return here, which might be bad given that we're already highlit.
Yeah, well, if we're highlights, might as well do prints, I would think, because prints are the most subtle mission maybe not everyone's looking for.
Entering in with our ST, likely going to be flirting rather soon here, and I would imagine maybe a fake contact once the DA is back in the conversation.
EA does join the conversation, and Assatine does go for that fake.
Banana
That's
bread.
okay.
Just one low light from it as well.
Yeah, very nice.
And 51% flirt finished as well.
And gentleman here does highlight the reels. I think it's a good strategy here. Just had to remember what the original highlight was for on us.
Just minding our business in a conversation that would be innocent were it not for the fact that it holds our seduction target.
Mm-hmm. Flirtation cooldown can expire any second now as we hit the two-foot.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's one mission done, one fingerprint, and likely just contact left to pick up.
Banana bread.
Everyone's in conversation. There's no reason not to go for this fake to net us. I would think Duke would get a highlight as well, but it looks like only Rocker was getting highlights, so only one more suspicious person added to the mix.
Looks like we might be abandoning fingerprint here in favor of Purloin, given that Ambassador has not really gone anywhere recently. Oh,
Oh,
never mind. There was a fingerprint
oh, there
here.
was Thingbringer as well. And yeah, with that, suddenly we're in business. Just need a contact here to round it out.
It's my inability to notice things like that make me such a good sniper. And it looks like we're low lit for that drink take
And
action.
we're
Banana
Lola.
bread.
I think not for the drink thing, but for the path maybe. As the DA just happens to go right next up to us, and as we're the most recent Lola, I don't think we're even gonna shoot or let alone notice us.
No, I how can you on a third contact like that? Your your suspicion would be the three highlights you still have.
Yeah, that's. I mean, don't know what that initial highlight was for, but I think it must have been for a pathing reason, and a pathing highlight. I think brought back down to a pathing low light. Unfortunately, for gentleman, maybe should have stuck with his first instinct as he let a highlight for the whole game get away with fingerprints.
Very well done on Astatine to remember that fingerprint was there though.
hmm Uh, Keeping the lead for Astine as we head into gallery. Gentleman as Taft, starting in 3, 2, 1, play.
Looks like we're just gonna let the AI control us here to the yellow small painting as we take a look at it. Just kind of kill some time. Likely gonna be following our ST outside here. Getting a green seduce for 48%, which is unfortunate. We will have to free flirt. Just a little bit closer, and we could have two flirted our way through that.
Yeah, 48%. is sad because you know that just a little bit closer would have been a perfect two flirt, and it's unlikely that the sniper would have even noticed that distance. But we do indeed go back to the inside the gallery, just idling a bit, and decide to take this real contact. I really like
Banana
this
bread.
actually. It's a very, very good contact for gallery. Most of everyone is in conversation. The DA is in both conversations. About as good as you can get, despite its
Yeah,
early timing.
I I've noticed a lot when I'm sniping on gallery that a lot of contacts will involve just like 6 or 7 guests on that right side, and we send off a
Y-
purloin.
Yeah, white purloin, just noticed by Assatine. I believe, yep, he has the chain exactly right, Smallman and tapped. Um, I think he low lit the front conversation, which is perfectly reasonable. So it looks like it's going to be a tough one because although we just need one mission to actually get by the sniper, we are one of two suspects. As we plant ourselves in this very bug-like position, I would say. This is like the quintessential bug position in gallery. But no doubt Assassine is looking for it. But even so, it was so good covered up by Irish that even double zoomed in, Assassine could not find the bug. And it looks like all of a sudden we're in a very good shape here.
And safety off on Irish, Disney, and Taff.
I think that's supposed to be a safety off on us, but unless you can shoot for one talk, gentleman looks like he's in the clear.
Heading outside, likely setting up to finish up our 99% flirt. And indeed, it looks like we are.
Now this could be behaviorally precarious. Going outside to the window just to go to the front conversation and talk within 7 seconds.
True,
Asking
but
completely frozen, but no indication of taking a shot. That bug was just too good.
yeah, turns out you just do things in the sniper's face, and sometimes it works out.
I mean, this time was very not in the cyberspace, I would say, like very completely obscured by Irish in the front conversation and sorry, in front of us and General behind us. So both parts of the bug were completely hidden. Just a very nice standing bug there. And with that spy win on gallery, Gentleman again has a chance to tie up the set. Just needs to lock down this gallery game. Assatine as general in 3, 2, 1, play.
I thought the party was a very interesting one. The last game it seemed very clustered in the conversation circles, which is not
Yeah,
very usual for gallery. We attempt to chase down our ST, but she bails as we arrive, so we immediately chase her down again.
yeah. Asatine does love his window flirts. Uh, very quick leave as well. But yeah, as you say, usually this would be the party you would expect. Like some people in the conversations, but a vast majority at books, at statues, at the painting pads here. Yeah, gentlemen's contact there, taking really good advantage of the unusual party state, which Essene does not have the luxury to do.
We
Banana
immediately
bread.
rejoin our ST at the far back
Yeah.
conversation circle, but opt to contact before we flirt, and we also take a white purloin.
All right, we're doing the exact same thing here. Early contact, white purloin. But notice how
Seduce is done.
seduce is also done. Um, but we don't have the bug, and notice how there is only one highlight and many more lowlights because of that suboptimal contact, I think. So I think it's even though it's the same start, we don't have the same opportunities that Gentleman has, and indeed,
And we shot for golden.
shot for the gulp. Yeah, trying to bit of a mimicry there, maybe trying to psych Gentleman out by doing the exact same thing, but this time does not work out. I think one less chain person in the chain and poor contact may have contributed to that. But yeah, nice sweep there from gentleman on gallery, bring us 3-3. Sorry, 4-4. As we head into courtyard, gentleman as Irish in 3, 2, 1, play.
Very quick time ad, I think.
Oh, nice. That's really nice.
A white time ad that we get low lit and then brought back to neutral for, but that is better than a highlight.
Yeah, I think that was a mispick. But yeah, I like the early time ads here. Uh, on Courtyard, you're watching the ambassador for any quick furling cheeses, and especially given the 3:15 starting time, even if it's a white time ad, there's not going to be any beats. So really nice, and I think we do need it because we did not join our ST, and our added time is already almost up.
And with it, we've done almost nothing, which is
Yep.
sometimes a good thing. But it can also be an indicator that we're not going to get much done this game.
Hmm. But still, we have that time ad. We had it for a reason. So maybe we're more comfortable idling here because of it. We try to join statues. Unfortunately, Twin was there, which we did not expect. We sort of bumped into him. We're forced to leave. So now we are sort of running low on time here. We couldn't get that inspects to sort of catch up ourselves.
And it doesn't look like we're even
Banana
sending off.
bread.
There's the fake contact to maybe try and throw a little bit of chaff, given how full these circles are. And luckily, we don't have an SDA in our circle. But
Yep. Yeah, nice fake there. A single Lilith. As we, ooh, I think, I don't know if you're trying to go in that conversation and just gave up on the last minute.
I imagine we did bail, thinking it was a little too full.
Yeah, maybe we now think it's too suspicious to do that and then immediately join that conversation, so we're forced to idle even more. Now, even with that contact, this is looking, sorry, even with that time ad, it's looking like a very slow game, and we're forced to go to statues here to sort of remedy that.
We might feel that we have to swap here, honestly, to stay on top of things. Though that might be a death sentence. And here is the swap. It is at least a green.
Here's
And
the
we
swap.
haven't been seen at statues yet.
Yes, you said it was a death sentence, but that's only if the sniper sees
Oh,
you.
and we get caught on the tree, but it's still not seen.
Still not seen. Astine's rotation just, I would say, like 3 seconds slow to notice anyone at statues. Uh, wow, just nice exploitation there by gentleman, taking advantage of Astine's maybe two frozen laser. Did not manage to see anyone there. And even now, as Smallman swapped the statue, we still did not see anyone there. So a green swap has happened, and we did not see any of the people involved in the swap.
And now we just need to find a way to get our next two flirts and a contact done in the last 50-ish seconds without getting shot. It looks like here comes the
Banana bread.
contact.
Yeah, joining conversation, immediate contact. We're looking at Purloin. It's I have to think that Asine has no idea about the swap. Like not even.
I
Yeah,
don't
he
know that
sees.
he's actually rotated back to look at that statue.
He just did. I'm not sure if he's registered that. I don't think so because the low light was at the statue. Oh, maybe he did, but he's panicking because he doesn't know who could have done it.
Looks like we're going to try and finish up flirt here with a drink. And the ST leaves because we wait just a little too long.
Oh, the flirtation cooldown was still on the sir, so now we go for it.
Oh, okay.
Immediate talk, immediate stop talk. If that was seen and Asine was jumpy, would have been the shot, but no, Asine
We're
did not
still
see.
highlighting for statues in the last
Yeah,
second of the match.
Asine did not see that, just as he did not see the swap or the green swapper, and gentleman just gets away with all of that clean. So yeah, I think a cautionary tale there about rotating on courtyard, because if you don't, it's deceptively easy to miss a statue visitor there. But yeah, now gentleman looks like he's turning this set around here, sweeping sweeping gallery, and now getting a assignment on courtyard. We'll see if he can manage to hold on to that by sniping Astasine here as Disney in 3, 2, 1, play.
Just immediately joining our ST here in conversation and getting an instant 51% flirt. And then just, I guess, kind of waiting, maybe seeing what the party is doing, or if there's anyone that we could frame at statues. Refusing a drink. We have things to do, and to do those things, we likely need our hands.
Yep. Especially without the time ad, now under 3 minutes already.
And our ST bails on us. We were likely trying for a timer flirt, so instead we just walk over to statues.
Oh, here we go again. Another round of mimicry via Astin here, going for the exact same play. And maybe, with the exact same result, gentlemen, did he see that?
I'm not certain. We were certainly rotated around as we came in, but we didn't highlight. But Irish is also not highlighted, so it's
Banana
possible
bread.
we're just not highlighting for statues.
Maybe. Swamp once again the swapper. We're
And there's a
highlighted for,
highlight on us.
but I think that
Possibly,
was, yeah, I think that was for the real contact. Maybe not for the swap.
I was going to say possibly for the split.
Maybe for the split as well. Yeah. But okay, we're gonna idle here because we do have 1 minute for this green seduce. And we're just shot. Oh, wow. Looks
Before
like
we even talked.
before we even talk, looks like General was lining up the shot as we leave. So maybe an etiquette thing? Um, maybe we noticed the swap and we're just like, oh, I found the spy, might as well shoot. But let me just see. I want to see if Gentleman even noticed the sets. Okay, we were on screen for statues. We did not pick up a highlight, as neither did Irish. But yeah, I think maybe he just knows the swap and took the shot.
And with that, I believe we are tied up. I don't have the score on my screen.
No, now Gentleman is up
Oh,
6 to
gentlemen's
4
up 6-4.
as he
All right.
headed as he head into the last venue, Terrace 3 of 5. I think Gentleman has plenty of opportunities here to close it out on either end. With insects and okay, this is interesting. Insects and fingerprint are turned off. So full hard toe game as sorry in 3, 2, 1, play.
Terrace, one of the only venues where I would honestly be comfortable playing Sorry.
Yeah, the bug opportunities, the small venue kind of offsets her weaknesses.
Really long AI control here.
Yeah, even with our ST, we're not taking control of the flirt. And now the DA joins us. We can't contact, but we might want to take control to have the opportunity at least.
Is this just going to be an AI control game? Try and make Astatine take a shot? Or maybe try and pick up a low light?
I was thinking that, but if you're going for an AI control game, why would you turn the two soft toes off? The thing that AIs can do. So the only way that someone could finish is through a spy action, which doesn't seem to line up here with what we're doing.
Maybe it's the ultimate frame game. We're going to find our frame target and we're going to act like an AI until the absolute moment where we have to go flop or purloin for someone else.
That's that may be true. We could just be looking for the perfect person. But I think this is more tenuous because you have to find that right person to frame. Whereas if you left the soft toes on, maybe just by chance, someone could be shot.
It is definitely strange, especially with how active our AI has been.
Yeah, going to statues, quick window visit into DA conversation, and our
We
SC joined us.
finally take
Yeah,
at 1 minute and 40 seconds and we go for a contact.
Banana bread.
yeah, contact finally comes off here. Not
Knocks
the
out
best.
a couple of people.
Yeah, not the best you can do on turrets for real lights, but decent contact nonetheless with 6 reels.
Back to the set of statues we've already inspected, which I suppose does make sense. You're less likely to get shot for going back to statues.
Mm-hmm. But
And we don't, but inspects are off.
yeah,
So
insects are
obviously,
off, so it's unclear
obviously
what
it's
we do
just
that
AI
for.
behavior, just more aggressive idling.
Yeah, surely no person would do that. Go to the same statue twice with inspects off even. So picking up a delegate again and the highlights for bar. Noticeably the only highlight for bar, the only highlight at all. And shot for delegates once again. As seen the delegate killer, this time does not shoot the DA. Um, yeah, bit of a tragic game there for gentlemen. Felt like we didn't have a chance to do anything really.
The length of the AI control is really confusing me with the decision.
Yeah, I feel like if yeah, it's tough to say what the plan there was because if you're trying to frame, I feel like a direct would be more effective, but no one visited bars. So yeah, just a combination of maybe a dead party with uh lack of lack of action from our side led to that shot. Yeah, as we move on to the last game here, although gentleman did lose that spy game, he has a chance to close it out here as the sniper side while Assassine is fighting for a draw. As Tex in 3, 2, 1, flame.
And Astine immediately stepping into statues, likely only to get the one in specs as they've been joined by Irish. And so they just they could have probably gotten it given how fast they inspected the statue they had, but unfortunately they decide not to. So they're going to have to go back to statues again, which they would have had to anyway.
And notice the different missions Assassine has restricted here. Now swap and fingerprint are off instead of inspects and fingerprint. So a more usual layout, I think. Swap is very hard on terrorists, and maybe Assassine just prefers inspects over prints.
Interesting that the other statue goers have highlights, but we do not.
Yeah, that is interesting. You think you have any idea why that is?
I'm not sure unless we were just missed at statues somehow. Yeah, just idling here, getting that second flirt. 74%, so we can get a white test here, but we will have to be a little bit closer to get a 3 flirt here and finish that out.
Conversation is looking good if only the DA joined one of them. Fortunately, does not. Astin spinning his camera around.
Definitely would be nice. At least the DA does bail on the bar. Joins our conversation.
Perfect. Only one person out, and he goes
I
for
Banana
it.
would,
bread.
yeah.
Now
Very
here's
nice.
yeah, very nice contact. Now here's the tricky question though. Do we want to use the inspect we got? We could go for a soft toe inspect finish daring jung with the shoot, or we could go for maybe safer play of delegating or trying to sneak a bug.
From the perspective of a caster, I think we go for statues because we're not highlit. And it would seem Asatine agrees just on the back of statues being easier to complete.
Yeah. And yeah, we aren't highlighted, so maybe we're highlighted now. So maybe we were just missed at those statues. And to gentlemen, this is our first inspect. To us, we're in Mission Countdown. And S-Tier manages to snatch that spy win and tie up the 6-6. Yeah, very nice set there. very exciting there at the end with gentleman making a comeback after I regarded him as the underdog here. So almost able to close it out, but uh, I think a miss there by gentleman on the first inspect led Assatine to get the win.
It looks like he was very focused in on the ambassador at the point in time when we were picking up statues. And
Yeah.
then I think we just managed to get out or just get missed in the initial highlight.
Mm-hmm. Well, that is the set, 6-6. Almost going gentleman's way as he manages to uh, hold on to a draw here. And with that, that is the cast for today. Hope you enjoyed it.